Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia video, and today we are taking on Jessie Shinryu again outside of Dare to Defy, and we're basically doing this for the ticket missions, so we need to have Jessie on the team, and then we're not bringing a friend unit. Now, either I misheard something, or DFFOO screwed up, or something, but my understanding is if you beat the Dare to Defy Shinryu, it is supposed to clear the normal Shinryu for you. I went in and my Shinryu was not cleared in any way, shape, or form. Now, a couple things could have happened. Either they messed up and didn't actually implement that, or they did something that I think would be really stupid, which is if you beat Dare to Defy before you unlock the Shinryu, it doesn't work. And that's maybe what happened with me. And somebody in the comments can let me know if maybe I would have unlocked the Shinryu first and then beat Dare to Defy if it would work. But I feel like they should just retroactively do that for you. Like, it shouldn't matter. Like, I beat it. Like, and here's the thing. My Dare to Defy run had Jessie, and I had no friend unit, so I should have qualified for everything, and I didn't get any of it. Now, I'm not that mad about it, because, like, it was fun just to go in here and, like, absolutely demolish it with Penelo. So, literally, it's Penelo and Core being, like, super busted OP, and Jessie's kind of just there. I mean, Jessie does great, because she turn manipulates. Like, it shows how she can complement other characters, right? And this also shows what makes Penelo so good, being that she has this dual role of being one of the best DPS in the game and one of the best supports in the game. She covers both roles, so that gives you the room to run two utility characters or side characters like Core and Jessie, right? I would consider Core and Jessie both to be slot 3 characters, but now I can do that because Penelo's covering my slot 1 and 2 roles, which is main DPS and main support. So that's the other cool thing about Penelo, and I think that's something else that this shows, right? But yeah, if you did not see it, my Dare to Defy run was really cool. I did Jessie, Aranea, and Freya, and it was a full range team comp. And it worked out really well and was a lot of fun. And it was a longer fight, right? We had to do 3 force times, but we got it. It was 60 turns, but we were within turn count. And it was a really fun fight. I am just a little bummed that it didn't... Like, I probably would have come in here and done another Shinryu anyways. I'm just bummed that it didn't actually clear it like I thought it was supposed to clear it. So you can let me know in the comments if it cleared it for you. It could have been a bug. My guess, though, like I said, what it is I think you might have to have the Shinryu unlocked first and then beat Dare to Defy, but I think that's dumb. Like, you should just be able to beat Dare to Defy and it should clear it, whether you had it unlocked or not, because as part of the same event, it should just be there. But I digress. So anyways, all we're doing here is we're just playing out the fight, getting to Penelo, and here I don't play around. Like, I use Penelo as my main force here. I don't play around with Jessie here. We showcased Jessie before. This one's going to be more like we got Jessie in the party for the ticket mission, and we use her to turn manipulate and help us, but really Penelo is the force time we want to use here. And I think that's what we're about to drop off on these guys. Now, if I remember right, I don't think we instantly kill them in the first force, but we get pretty darn close. Now, these guys are actually pretty tanky. They do have a lot of health. The other thing that's cool is it's kind of rare that we get 3 enemy fights for these Shinryus. So we're going to be able to see Penelo put up a really, really fat burst phase here. And the enemies have enough HP to, like, really tank it all out, right? I kind of wish that this fight was like a quest stage or like an intersecting wheels. I think this would actually be a very good fight to showcase on. But what I'll do is when I want to showcase giant burst phases, I will just do that Divine Bahamut, because that seems to work really, really well. But this would be a nice Shinryu stage to do the exact same thing in, right? These enemies are tanky and they can take a lot of damage. So the fact that they're able to survive a full Penelo core burst phase is actually pretty good to tell you how much HP they actually have, which would explain why my triple FR 60 turn run took as long as it did. These guys have a lot of health. So here we go. Penelo's going to hop in and do her thing. I'm telling you guys this right now. I know, like, when Penelo first got announced, I talked her up. I said that she was going to be really, really good. All I can say is every day that I use her more and more, I'm still impressed, like, beyond how much I was talking her up. She is absolutely insane. And I am extremely happy with her as the anniversary character. I know not all of you are, but I am very happy. And I mean, I like Penelo as a character too, beyond that. I know some of you just don't think she's as exciting as a character, I guess. But I like her as a character. But even if you don't like her as a character, you got to admit, man, she is busted. She is anniversary level Because literally, I could call her the best DPS in the game, and I could call her the best support in the game, and I don't think a lot of people would argue with that. And I think you could see that, right? Or at the very least, you could say she is on the highest tier of DPS and the highest tier of support, right? Because I could see someone saying, well, Jack Garland probably can do more damage. Renoa maybe does more damage, right? But I think she's definitely on that tier, like that tippity top tier, a unit you want to go crazy with and do a ton of damage, right? So here we go. We've got 7 turns lined up perfectly, so that we can basically go through all of her Fatal Dances while Core's going crazy. And I have Heavy Prayer on as well. I did bring a Lunafreya Call, right? So that's the other thing you can do with Penelo. I mean, it does open it up that she's a good enough support that you no longer would have to run Lunafreya, and just bringing Lunafreya Call on your main DPS definitely does work. And then it opens up team building so much having a character like Penelo. It's actually quite fun. Yeah, and then just with Core going and all the Heavy Prayer, dude, that was 10 mil AoE, so like triple enemy, that was 30 mil on that attack, right? When you got 3 enemies, the damage is just crazy how much damage we're putting out. Now, this isn't going to be as much as my Bahamut run, because there I was like doing launching and like that was more showcase setting, but this is like natural Shinryu fight setting, right? And you're going to see a crazy burst phase number pop out here because we've got 3 enemies, right? Yeah, Core just so good. So good. Yeah, 13 mil AoE. So that was, what, 39 million we just did on that one attack? If you combine all the damage through. And then the big burst attack to finish it off. At 828%. Yep. I'm just going to ride Penelo into the sunset. I'm going to use her everywhere I can. She is so good. And so this comes out to be, that was 15 mil AoE. 229 mil burst phase. Pretty darn good just naturally in a Shinryu. Just blowing it up. Look, and they're down to like single digits basically, right? Now, when I say I'm going to ride Penelo into the sunset, that means I am going to use her a lot. And those of you that know me know that I've said very early on in my DFFOO like YouTube days, I am not like the crazy theory crafter that like wants to experiment, try all these creative runs. I'm someone that doesn't have a ton of time. I really like the game, right? But I'm like, I like my games to feel easy, so I like bringing the most busted team I can. So if the game is going to allow me to bring in a really busted character and annihilate it, that's typically what I'll choose to do. On the other side of it, I had a lot of fun with my Dare to Defy run, and I think the reason I love Dare to Defy is it forces me out of that zone of just meta stomping, right? And trying some other teams, and that's why I really like it. And I know people always say, well, you can do fun runs, you don't have to have that. I know, that's just not the type of player I am. I want my, if I got the rewards to back it and I want to pass the quest, then I'm more likely to do it. And I like that. I like when the game forces me to be more creative with my team building, which is why I just like lockout content in general. But I also have a lot of fun going in and just curb stomping. Or we'll just say Penelo stomping, right, at this point. Because that's what we're doing. And, you know, my, what was it? My Dare to Defy run was 60 turns, 3 force times. It was like a half hour long. This video is probably going to be less than 10 minutes. So, here you go. These enemies are about to pop, like, super instant, like, 1 force time. We could try to ramp, I could have, like, ramped into another one, but it's like, oh, the enemies are just melting away on their own at this point, because Penelo's Fatal Dance hits so heavy, even outside of force time. It's like 2 mil AoE. So, her Fatal Dance shots are, like, what a normal character does during, like, a middle force time, right? Like, Penelo's normal Fatal Dances were like what Aranea was doing AoE, like, mid-force time. So, there you go. Absolutely destroyed it once again. I don't mind that I had to do it again, so quick and easy, but I would like to know what's up with that. So, if you know in the comments what the deal is with clearing Dare to Defy and Shinryu, let me know if it cleared for you. If I'm right that it was just because I didn't have it unlocked yet. Anyways, guys, let me know how your runs went. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.